So, hello everyone. My name is Jason, and I'm here for Daily Dose of Hope, day 167. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. A daily dose of hope is just that. I was guided to come on because the energies on our planet, the subtle energies on our planet, are starting to increase. And as they start to increase, they will affect us and will tend to put us in states that we might not want to be in, maybe anxiety or fear or anger or any of those things. And so I'm just here to give a daily dose of hope to keep everyone on the straight and narrow. Excuse me. So, Daily Dose of Hope, day 167. What I'd like to talk about is, well, first we'll have a little talk, then we'll have a little channeling, and then we'll have a pocket of peace. And so, let's begin. So, let's see, what did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about first. So, what I wanted to talk about first was going into different places and feeling different energies. So, for example, yesterday I went into a different town. And I felt a completely different energy. So it was not that far away from the town that I'm at, but it was a completely different energy. It was more countryside, not really countryside, but it was a preserved town. And I felt this sense of nostalgia. It was just this nice feeling like, oh, I feel okay here. It's not, I don't have that intense rush and that tense. I'm kind of, I live in a city, a big city. And so even if there's nothing going on, you can feel all of just, you can't really relax. Like that's, you have to really meditate to get into that state. Whereas I went to this town, I was like, wow, I just feel really good here. I don't know what's going on. God, people must feel so relaxed here. It must be so nice to live here. You can probably sleep at night, kind of thing. And so that plus another thing that was came up was so I've been interested in the idea of ley lines. And so I was watching this woman, her name is Rachel Vaughn, and she has this site, ley lines down. And she talks about ley lines. And so what she was talking about from her research, she found that with the ley lines, their ancient roads are usually built on ley lines, and on these ancient roads, the trees will not grow into those roads. So that's why they built, like, all those ancient Roman roads are built that way, because they know they don't have to clear anything. They don't have to cut the bushes or anything. It's just always going to grow around it. And so one of the ways you can tell if it's a ley line, you can just check and see if all of the trees and the bushes and everything are forming a circle around it. Then you know. And so recently I've realized that there's this old pathway in Japan. There's two of them. There's one called the Ida Kaido, and the other one I can't remember at the moment, but one of them goes from the major city Tokyo all the way to Kyoto. And Tokyo used to be called Edo, from Edo to Kyoto. And the other one goes from Edo or Tokyo to Ise Jingu, Ise Shrine, which is one of the main shrines in Japan. And that was like the old pilgrimage that people would walk. I don't know how long it took. It took days, maybe 10 days or so. They would walk all the way from Tokyo all the way to Ise and to this big shrine. And it was just a major pilgrimage that people would do at least once in their lives. And on this road, this road still exists. There used to be every 10 kilometers, there would be all these like inns and restaurants. It's like a mini Silk Road in Japan. And there's remnants of it all over the place. And even in my town, there's still parts of it. And it's always been one of my dreams to like just walk it. It would take a long time, take like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, but to do the whole thing would take much longer. But so I'm really interested in starting to kind of research it and just take pictures and see if it actually is the ley line. And if it is, then I can start doing like all kinds of funky ley line work with that. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about today. So I'll go into a channeling, and I find it interesting. I think I'm live now on YouTube. Somehow that worked. But if I go directly through YouTube, it doesn't work. Yeah, interesting. I think I'm live. Yeah, interesting. Go figure. All right. So I'm going to go into a channeling and see if they have anything to say for today. Today is August 15th, 2024. It's also the end of World War II, the official end, the official day that I think Japan, um, what's the word? Not gave up, but yeah, they, the war ended. Um, and so, yeah, I had this long talk with my friend today about it. He was, yeah, I had a long talk with my friend about it and talking about my grandfather. My grandfather was in World War II. He was sent to Okinawa, which is the southernmost island, and he was only in the fighting for, I think, not even a day or two, and he was bayoneted in the back, and so he had to go to Hawaii because that's where they sent all of the wounded soldiers. So he was sent to Hawaii, and he was put up in the Royal Hawaiian Hotel, which is this, I think it's the Pink Hotel. It's a really beautiful hotel, luxurious hotel. And but that was commandeered for all of the World War II injured soldiers. And so he spent a lot of time in this luxurious hotel, recuperating. And then for the rest of the war, he was just in Hawaii, and he had a part-time job that he had to do with the military a few days a week. And he said the rest of the time he made friends with this Filipino family, and they had a restaurant. He would just hang out there. I don't know what, he was just, seems like he was a very lucky man to have been able to spend the war that way. And I think if he had been in battle anymore, I mean, being bayoneted in the first, I probably wouldn't be here. So just got into that conversation with him. But anyway, so I'm going to get into a channeling for today. I think it's a very intense time here in Japan because we're right in the middle of the Obon season, which is the season when the veil between this world and the next is thin, and all of the relatives come back, and so the ancestors come back, and it's a big thing here. It's one of the very few holidays that people in Japan get. I mean, there are very few holidays. I mean, there are holidays, but where people actually can take a vacation. Yeah, right. I'll go into channeling now. Here we go. Greetings, we are that one that you know of as Gabriel. You can call us an archangel if you'd like. You can call us whatever you'd like to call us. It's fine. But we are representing the energies of that one that you know of as Gabriel. And what we would like to come through today to tell all of you is that you are all filled with so much love. There is so much love that is surrounding all of you. You are filled with love, and you are creating love by every movement that you make through this world. This world seems so real to all of you. Everything that you are doing seems so real to you. But if you were to look at it from our perspective, it looks as if you guys are in a state of, how can we put this? It's almost as if you are in a mist, you are in the clouds, and you are just moving around in clouds of visions, of things that you are seeing. But actually, if you were to see it from our perspective, you would see that there is nothing there, and that you are interacting with these clouds of vision, and these clouds of vision are your inner thoughts, your ideas. You are experiencing your own consciousness being projected out in front of you. And so you are interacting with your consciousness. Another way we might be able to put it, but this is not an exact way, is that in a sense you have been given the ability to experience your consciousness almost as if it is a virtual reality. You are experiencing your consciousness projected out in front of you, and everything that you are is being experienced. You are experiencing yourself. But if you were to look at it from a perspective, you are just interacting with clouds in that sense, clouds of perception that you are creating. But what is real in all of this is your love. What is real is your love. And what is real is your expressions of love, your expressions of forgiveness, your expressions of acceptance. Those are real. Those are very, very real things that will that we can see being projected outside of this projection. Those are things that can extend outside of this. All of the other things are just a part of this projection. They are only allowed within this projection because your emotions are so powerful, so extremely powerful. You have so much power to create and to destroy that with this limited reality it is created within this illusion world. Those rules are all the rules are okay. Everything is okay. You're free to make all of the decisions you'd like to make because you're in this limited world of consciousness, that you are in this consciousness of this third dimension. So the third dimension is the limited world of which we speak, where you are projecting out your consciousness. And then you are sharing, of course, because you are not just you, but you are one with all there is. And so it is a shared perception. You are projecting your perceptions out and sharing it together as one and interacting with this. But understand that the real and the only true thing that you can experience in this is love. And love is the only thing that is real in all of this. And this is what you come down here to experience, to remember, to understand. There are all of these things in your consciousness that you don't need anymore. You don't need all of these things. And the only thing that you need is love. Love is it. That's it. And it seems very simple, but it is very complex if you are running through the game and the time within your consciousness. You're running through all of these ideas that you hold, all of these perceptions that you hold, all of these grudges that you hold, all of these things that you've picked up through many, many different lifetimes and different planets, different places. And you're running through all of that and trying to find a way to find love within everything. And that is what you're doing at this moment and in every moment. You are making the choice of love or not love, making the choice between illusion or not illusion. And that is all that is happening at this moment. But what we would say to you is you are valiant warriors to have made the choice to come down here in this time when there are so many things being projected and everything is so much more polarized. So you see, this third dimension is being polarized because this is the final steps of this dimension and the end of one dimension. Everything needs to be polarized in order for it to be clearer, in order for you to have the best experience, in order for you to help to clarify this planet and to clarify your minds. So what you're doing down here is very advanced in these very polarized times, and we respect you for that. You are lovely beings made of light and made of love. Hmm. All right. So, yeah. Um, so I'm just going to go into a pocket of peace now. And so a pocket of peace is just that. It's just that. A pocket of peace is a guided meditation. And yeah, let's get into it. So with the pocket of peace, I want you to try to get into a relaxed space. Take a few deep breaths. When you breathe in the light of unconditional love, when you breathe out all that stuff that you're holding on to that you don't need anymore. So let's breathe in. Hold it for a few seconds. Breathe it out. Okay, one more time. Breathe in. Hold it for a few seconds. And breathe it out. And one more time. Breathe in. Hold it for a few seconds. And then breathe it out. All right. So then I'm going to play my drum here. And I'd like you to just follow along and if you want. And here we go. So I'd like you to imagine that you're surrounded by the light of unconditional love. It's like a mist that surrounds you, comforts you, allows you to remember that you're free, nothing that you need to worry about, there's nothing you need to regret. You are surrounded by love, and it just feels so good. You feel like you're home. You feel more home than you've ever felt in your life. And this love is yours. This is unconditional love. This is your birthright. You were given this when you were born and before you were born, and you'll have this throughout your life. This is the light of unconditional love. So feel that love washing away all the fear, all the anger, all the worries, all the regrets, all the sadness, all that stuff you don't need anymore. And then just feel it expanding throughout your body and then throughout your room. You are much bigger than you could ever imagine. So this whole room is filled with your love, this expansive feeling of love and forgiveness. And it just expands out throughout your room and then into the rest of the world. Everyone is just stopping what they're doing. They're saying, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I feel really good. There's this breeze just blew in. It just makes everything feel really good. And I feel okay now. Everything's going to be okay. There's nothing to worry about. And everyone just starts following their heart. They're turning inside. And everything turns into hope. Everything you see is hope. All the windows, all the cars, all the streets, all the malls, all the motorcycles, the schools, everything is just love and hope and love and hope and hope and love and love and hope. And it's just so peaceful, and everyone just looks so happy. They look so at home. It looks like we are in the golden age. It's such a golden age because everyone's just smiling and they're just happy. They're just doing what they're doing, but they understand that they're love and that they're making love and they're creating love, and it just feels so good. And this energy it catches on like wildfire because it lights up all people's hearts around the world. Everyone's heart is lit up like wildfire, and nothing can stop this amazing fire of love. It's so wonderful and peaceful and just feels so right. Everyone it lights up your heart and it reminds you who you really are. You're not this body down here. You are love incarnate here. And you're just remembering, yeah, that's right. I'm love. I'm love. And with love comes freedom. With love comes peace. With love comes following your heart and following your dreams. Your dreams, you came down here with these amazing dreams and you follow them and you create heaven on earth. All right, so here we go. All right, so that is Pocket of Peace for day 167. I think I'm losing video every once in a while. I'm not sure. See how it goes. But anyway, I hope you all are hopeful, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow if all goes well. So ciao for now.